Chosen one, you're bossing up. What you do is brilliant, and many admire your courage and intelligence. The transformation you've been undergoing isn't just personal growth, it's a cosmic realignment that's sending shockwaves through every corner of your reality, and there are powerful, discerning souls who are watching every move you make with pure admiration. What you've been doing lately, this fierce commitment to your authentic self, has caught the attention of individuals who recognize greatness when they see it, and they're absolutely loving what they're witnessing. There's a deeper current running through this transformation, and it's connected to something ancient within you. Your intuition has been firing on all cylinders lately. That voice inside that you've been learning to trust, it's been correct about situations that would have blindsided you before. You've been listening to that inner knowing, and it's been guiding you away from traps that were set specifically for someone of your caliber. But what you're experiencing isn't just enhanced intuition, it's a prophetic sight. You're beginning to see through veils that others can't even detect. The lies people tell, the facades they maintain, the illusions they project, all of it has become transparent to you. This gift is both a blessing and a burden, because with greater sight comes greater responsibility. The moves you've been making aren't just random acts of self-preservation, they're strategic positioning for something much larger. You've been betting on yourself in ways that terrify people who have never had the courage to do the same. Some of you have moved into entirely new situations, started pursuing dreams you'd previously convinced yourself were impossible, or simply begun moving through the world with the confidence of someone who knows their worth. The recognition you're receiving isn't accidental. There are individuals in your sphere who have been studying your recent evolution, and they're genuinely impressed by what they see. Your refusal to beg for respect, appreciation, or basic human decency has marked you as someone who operates from a place of internal abundance rather than scarcity. You're not chasing validation anymore, and paradoxically, this has made you infinitely more attractive to the right people. What's happening to you right now is the result of a decision you made, perhaps consciously, perhaps not, to stop carrying other people's burdens. For too long, you'd been using your time, energy, and emotional resources to prop up individuals who not only didn't appreciate it, but actively expected it. They treated your generosity like an entitlement, your empathy like a weakness to be exploited. The moment you withdrew that energy and redirected it toward yourself, everything began to shift. Here's where the first revelation hits. The people who are admiring your transformation understand something that your former energy drains never could. They recognize that your sensitivity isn't a flaw to be managed, but a superpower to be celebrated. They see your authentic self, the one you've been afraid to show because previous experiences taught you it wasn't safe, and they're drawn to that realness like moths to flame. In a world full of facades and performative authenticity, your genuine nature stands out like a beacon, but transformation always comes with its shadow, and yours is no exception. There are those who are absolutely furious about the changes you've made. They're angry that you've stopped being their emotional support system, their unpaid therapist, their always available resource. Some of these people have been trying to convince you that your new standards are unrealistic, that you're being too demanding, that you should just be grateful for whatever scraps of attention or affection they're willing to throw your way. Here's the second revelation, and it's a big one. These individuals were never truly for you, they were for what you could provide them. The moment you stopped being useful to their agenda, their true nature revealed itself. The anger they're expressing isn't hurt, it's entitlement being challenged. They genuinely believed they had permanent access to your energy, and your awakening has shattered that illusion. Some of these people haven't just withdrawn their support, they've actively worked against you. They've spread lies about your character, attempted to sabotage your opportunities, or tried to turn others against you. What they don't realize is that every act of sabotage is actually accelerating your ascension. The spiritual implications of your awakening run deeper than surface-level boundary setting. Your connection to your intuitive guidance system has been strengthening, and you've been receiving downloads of information that are helping you navigate situations with unprecedented clarity. Some of you have experienced things recently that others might find hard to believe, moments of synchronicity, so perfect they seemed orchestrated, intuitive hits so accurate they felt prophetic, or spiritual experiences that left you fundamentally changed. Your relationship with truth itself has evolved. Where once you might have been willing to go along with lies to keep the peace, now you find yourself physically unable to participate in deception. This isn't about becoming judgmental or self-righteous. It's about aligning so completely with your authentic self that anything false creates immediate discomfort. People are noticing this shift, and those who operate from integrity are drawn to you like never before. Here's the third revelation. Your transformation has activated something ancient within your bloodline. You're not just healing yourself, you're healing generational patterns that have been passed down for centuries. The courage you've shown in breaking cycles of people-pleasing, codependency, and self-sacrifice has created ripple effects that extend far beyond your immediate reality. The success you've been experiencing lately isn't coincidental. It's the natural result of energy that's no longer being siphoned off by unworthy recipients. When you stopped giving away your power to people who didn't deserve it, that energy had nowhere to go but toward manifesting your desires. Some of you have seen improvements in your career, unexpected opportunities arising, or simply a general sense that life is flowing more smoothly than it has in years. What's beautiful about this phase of your journey is how it's revealing the difference between real supporters and fair-weather friends. The people who are genuinely celebrating your evolution understand that your growth doesn't diminish them, it inspires them. They're not threatened by your success or intimidated by your confidence. Instead, they're energized by being in the presence of someone who has learned to value themselves appropriately. There's a leadership quality emerging in you that others are beginning to recognize. It's not the kind of leadership that demands attention or asserts dominance. It's the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to act accordingly. People are starting to see you as someone who could guide others through their own transformations, someone who has walked through the fire and emerged stronger. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The very people who tried to diminish you, who spread lies about you, who attempted to sabotage your progress, they're starting to watch you from the shadows. They're seeing your success, witnessing your transformation, and feeling something they didn't expect: regret. Not the kind of regret that leads to genuine apology, but the bitter regret of someone who realizes they discarded something precious. The timing of your awakening is perfect, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Every challenge you faced, every disappointment you endured, every moment you felt like giving up, all of it was preparation for this moment when you would finally claim your power. The universe has been orchestrating circumstances to strip away everything that wasn't serving your highest good, and now you're beginning to see the wisdom in that process. Your tolerance for mediocrity has evaporated, and this is creating waves in every area of your life. Relationships that once felt comfortable now feel suffocating. Situations you once accepted as just the way things are now strike you as completely unacceptable. This isn't about becoming difficult or unreasonable. It's about finally understanding that you deserve better, and more importantly, that you have the power to create better. The people who are watching your transformation with admiration see something in you that you're still learning to see in yourself. They recognize the rare combination of strength and humility, confidence and compassion that marks someone who has done the inner work necessary for genuine evolution. They're not just impressed by your external changes, they're moved by the depth of your commitment to authenticity. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth: our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the archons, cosmic parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more, that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability: coherence through unconditional love. Feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the Obsidian Inner Order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, light workers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth: you were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels and live streams, reaching the entire Astral Atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? The Archons fear this choice you're about to make. They should. Here's the 4th revelation, and it connects everything. You were never supposed to fit into the spaces you outgrew. Those relationships that felt limiting, those environments that stifled your growth, those situations that demanded you make yourself smaller, they were never meant to be permanent. They were classrooms, and you have graduated. Some of you have been dealing with individuals who have been spreading lies about you, trying to damage your reputation or turn others against you. These attempts at sabotage are actually evidence of how powerful your transformation has become. When someone feels threatened enough by your growth to actively work against you, it's because they recognize that your energy is no longer available for their manipulation. Their desperation is a complement to your strength. The spiritual protection around you has intensified dramatically. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to ensure that your journey toward authenticity succeeds. Doors that were previously closed are opening. Obstacles that seemed insurmountable are dissolving, and the right people are appearing at exactly the right moments. This isn't magic in the fantasy sense. It's the natural result of aligning with your true purpose. Your relationship with failure has fundamentally changed. Where once a setback might have sent you spiraling into self-doubt, now you understand that temporary failures are simply course corrections. You've developed the emotional resilience to try new things, make mistakes, and adjust your approach without losing faith in your ultimate success. This maturity is rare and incredibly attractive to those who are looking for genuine partners in both business and life. The confidence you've been radiating isn't the brittle, defensive kind that comes from insecurity masked as bravado. It's the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who has faced their shadows and emerged intact. People can sense the difference, and those who are operating from their own authentic power are naturally drawn to you. Your intuitive abilities have been sharpening to the point where you can often sense what someone is really thinking or feeling, regardless of what they're saying. This gift is allowing you to navigate relationships and situations with unprecedented wisdom. You're no longer easily fooled by charming words or manipulative tactics because you can feel the energy behind them. Here's the 5th revelation. Your awakening has been noticed by forces beyond the physical realm. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, the universe itself, all are celebrating your courage to choose authenticity over acceptance. This spiritual support is manifested as protection, guidance, and accelerated manifestation of your desires. The prosperity that's beginning to flow into your life isn't just financial, though that may be part of it. It's a holistic abundance that touches every area of your existence. Your relationships are deeper, your creative expression is more authentic, your sense of purpose is clearer, and your overall life satisfaction is higher than it's been in years. This is what happens when you stop settling for less than you deserve. There are people in your orbit who are genuinely grateful for your example. Your willingness to choose authenticity over acceptance, growth over comfort, and truth over peace has given them permission to examine their own lives more honestly. You've become a catalyst for transformation in others, often without even realizing it. The loneliness you may have felt during the early stages of your awakening is beginning to transform into something more profound: discernment. You're learning to distinguish between being alone and being lonely, between solitude and isolation. The quality of your relationships is improving dramatically because you're no longer willing to accept connection without genuine compatibility. The admiration you're receiving, the sabotage you're experiencing, the spiritual protection surrounding you, the prosperity flowing toward you, it's all connected to one central truth: you are stepping into your role as a chosen one. The protection you're experiencing extends beyond the physical realm. There's a spiritual armor around you that deflects negative energy and prevents others from successfully cursing your path. Those who have tried to harm you through gossip, manipulation, or outright sabotage have found their efforts backfiring spectacularly. This isn't about revenge, it's about natural law asserting itself. As your transformation continues to unfold, you're discovering that authenticity isn't just about being true to yourself, it's about being true to the highest version of yourself. The courage you've shown in walking away from situations that diminished you has opened up space for experiences that elevate you. The people who are admiring your journey understand that they're witnessing someone who has chosen evolution over stagnation, regardless of the cost. The influence you're beginning to have on others is profound and far-reaching. Your example is showing people that it's possible to change, that it's never too late to choose differently, and that personal transformation is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. You're not preaching or trying to convince anyone, you're simply living in a way that demonstrates what's possible when someone commits fully to their authentic path. Here's the final revelation, the one that ties everything together. The journey that began with you learning to say no to what diminished you has prepared you for something magnificent. You're being positioned for a level of influence and impact that requires someone who cannot be bought, manipulated, or compromised. The boundaries you established, the integrity you maintained, the authenticity you chose, all of it was preparation for this moment. Your journey from people-pleaser to self-sovereign has been witnessed by forces both seen and unseen, and the consensus is clear: you're becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. The admiration you're receiving isn't just from humans, it's from the universe itself, which has been waiting for you to claim your power and step into your purpose. The people who tried to keep you small, who spread lies about your character, who attempted to sabotage your progress, they're beginning to realize the magnitude of their mistake. Not because you've become vindictive or vengeful, but because your success is becoming undeniable. The very qualities they tried to shame you for are now the foundation of your rising influence. The story that began with you learning to say no to what diminished you is now revealing itself as a tale of someone learning to say yes to what elevates them. The boundaries you established weren't walls to keep others out, they were foundations for building the life you actually wanted. The people who honor those boundaries are the ones who belong in your new reality. Those who genuinely admire your transformation see the full picture now. They see the courage it took to break free from patterns that no longer served you, the wisdom it required to trust your intuition over external pressure, and the strength it demanded to choose authenticity over acceptance. They see a chosen one who has finally chosen themselves. The brilliance they recognize in you isn't just intellectual, it's the radiance of someone who has aligned their actions with their values, their choices with their purpose, and their energy with their authentic self. This is why you're bossing up in ways that command respect and admiration. This is why your transformation is inspiring others to examine their own lives more honestly. This is why the universe is conspiring to support your continued evolution. The energy signature you're emitting has fundamentally changed. It's no longer the frequency of someone seeking approval or validation. It's the frequency of someone who has remembered their divine nature. This shift is so profound that it's affecting reality itself around you. Those who operate from similar frequencies are being magnetically drawn to you. They don't even know why they feel compelled to connect with you, to seek your opinion, to invite you into their projects and plans. It's because your energy is calling to theirs across the quantum field. You've become a beacon for other awakened souls, whether they're conscious of their awakening or not. The business acumen you've been developing isn't just street smarts, it's ancient wisdom reasserting itself through modern circumstances. Your ancestors, who were healers, leaders, and wisdom keepers, are channeling their knowledge through you. Every strategic decision you make, every boundary you set, every intuitive hit you follow is guided by generations of accumulated wisdom that lives in your DNA. This is why your recent decisions have been so precise, so effective. You're not just operating from your current lifetime's experience anymore, you're accessing a database of spiritual intelligence that spans centuries. The people who are watching your moves with such admiration are witnessing something they can't quite name, the emergence of an ancient soul operating with full awareness in a modern context. Your relationship with money and abundance has been shifting in ways that might surprise you. Where you once might have tolerated financial disrespect or undervaluing of your worth, you now have an almost visceral reaction to being shortchanged. This isn't about greed or materialism, it's about recognizing that your energy has monetary value and that accepting less than your worth is a form of spiritual self-harm. The people who are watching your transformation understand this shift. They see that you've stopped apologizing for charging what you're worth, stopped feeling guilty for expecting fair exchange, stopped settling for people who want premium results on a discount budget. This boundary around your financial energy has been one of the most challenging to establish, but also one of the most transformative. Some of you have discovered that people who once dismissed your ideas or talents are now trying to profit from them. They've watched you develop concepts, nurture visions, or create something beautiful, and now they're attempting to monetize what you've built without giving you credit or compensation. This betrayal might have devastated you in the past, but now it serves as confirmation of your value and a lesson in protecting your intellectual and creative property. The spiritual warfare aspect of your journey is intensifying. The more aligned you become with your true purpose, the more resistance you face from forces that benefit from your dimmed light. This isn't paranoia or delusion. It's a very real phenomenon that every chosen one experiences as they step into their power. The attacks might come through people, circumstances, or even your own thoughts and emotions. Every attempt to diminish you only strengthens your resolve. Every lie they spread about you only makes your truth shine brighter. Every door they try to close only forces you to build your own path. Their opposition is actually serving your ascension, though that's certainly not their intention. The people who are closest to you might be confused or even concerned by these changes. They might pressure you to return to old habits or patterns that feel increasingly foreign to you. This pressure isn't necessarily malicious, but it can feel suffocating when you're trying to honor what your evolving body and spirit need. Your relationship with time itself has been transforming. You might find that you accomplish more in shorter periods, that synchronicities happen with increasing frequency, or that you somehow always seem to be in the right place at the right time. This isn't luck, it's what happens when someone aligns so completely with their purpose that the universe bends reality to support their mission. The creative projects you've been drawn to aren't just personal expressions, they're channels for higher consciousness to enter the world. Whether you're writing, creating art, building businesses, or simply living your life as authentically as possible, you're serving as a conduit for energies that want to assist humanity's evolution. The people who are drawn to your work understand this on some level, even if they can't articulate it. Your tolerance for superficial conversation and meaningless social interaction has probably decreased dramatically. You find yourself gravitating toward discussions about purpose, consciousness, truth, and transformation. Small talk feels like nails on a chalkboard because your soul is hungry for substantive connection. This shift might make you seem antisocial to some, but it's actually evidence of your expanding consciousness demanding more meaningful engagement. The dreams you've been having lately aren't just processing daily stress, they're downloads of information, meetings with spiritual guides, and glimpses of potential futures. Some of you might be having prophetic dreams, lucid dreams, or encounters with deceased loved ones who are offering guidance for your journey. Pay attention to the symbols, messages, and feelings from these nocturnal adventures. They're more significant than you might realize. Your empathic abilities have been intensifying to the point where you might feel overwhelmed in crowds or certain environments. You're picking up on the emotional and energetic states of people around you with unprecedented clarity. This gift requires careful management and strong boundaries, but it's also an incredible asset for navigating relationships and situations with wisdom. Some of you have been experiencing what might be called supernatural protection, near misses, changed plans that prevented disasters, or circumstances that steered you away from harmful situations at the last moment. Your spiritual team is working overtime to ensure that your mission continues without interference from forces that would prefer to see you fail or remain small. Your ability to see through people's masks and pretenses has become almost supernatural. You can often tell within moments of meeting someone what their true intentions are, what they're hiding, or what role they're meant to play in your life. This discernment is protecting you from wasting time and energy on connections that would ultimately prove harmful or unfulfilling. The success you're experiencing isn't just personal achievement, it's evidence of collective elevation. As you rise, you're creating a template for others to follow. Your example is proof that transformation is possible, that authenticity leads to abundance, and that choosing yourself is the first step towards serving something greater than yourself. Your former self would barely recognize who you've become. The person who used to settle for crumbs is now expecting full meals. The one who used to apologize for existing is now unapologetically taking up space. The individual who used to dim their light to make others comfortable is now shining so brightly that it illuminates everyone around them. The people who genuinely love you understand that supporting your transformation is supporting the highest good for everyone involved. They celebrate your boundaries because they know those boundaries protect the beautiful energy you bring to their lives. They champion your success because they understand that your elevation lifts everyone in your orbit. Your influence is extending far beyond your immediate circle. People you've never met are being affected by the energy you're putting into the world. Your commitment to authenticity is giving others permission to examine their own lives more honestly. Your courage to leave situations that don't serve you is inspiring others to make similar choices. Your example is creating ripple effects that you may never fully see, but that are immeasurably valuable. Your standards have become non-negotiable, not because you've become difficult, but because you've become valuable. The people who are willing to meet your standards are the ones who belong in your elevated reality. Those who complain about your expectations are revealing that they prefer relationships based on convenience rather than genuine respect and compatibility. The circle is complete now, but it's not ending, it's expanding. The admiration that began this story has transformed from simple appreciation to profound recognition, and now it's evolving into something even more powerful: collaboration. These people don't just admire you, they want to work with you, learn from you, and contribute to whatever you're building. They see you not just as someone who has overcome challenges, but as someone who has claimed their rightful place as a leader, a wayshower, a chosen one who chose to rise. They understand that your transformation isn't just personal, it's part of a larger movement toward consciousness, authenticity, and collective elevation. You've become living proof that the spiritual path isn't about becoming passive or powerless. It's about becoming so aligned with truth that your very existence challenges every lie, so authentic that your presence makes pretense impossible, so powerful that your energy transforms every space you enter. Keep choosing yourself, chosen one. Keep rising, keep shining, keep becoming everything you were always meant to be. The world is watching, and what they see is magnificent. But more importantly, the universe is responding, and what it's creating through you is nothing short of miraculous.